Well, as you can see, I added another shelving unit, and I ran out of 2x4s. But this thing weighs a ton, guys. This thing weighs a ton. As you can see, I ran out of 2x4, so I couldn't do the end piece here. And I couldn't tie it to the studs because it's kind of like off from the wall there just a little bit. So, yeah. So, but I made this so I could put the pet carriers on the bottom, and I could put my canning jars on the middle two shelves here, these two shelves, and then on the top shelf I can put anything that's a little bit taller. I might even move the pet carriers to the top shelf since I don't use them that often. But I want to put my canners and my water bath canners and my regular dehydrator and all that in here. Right now they're all stored in a closet, so that's not doing me any good. But what I plan on doing is I have paint left from where I built a couple deer stands and painted the sides. And so I've still got like gallon paint left from that, which is flat black and some green. So what I might do is I might go and get some like blankets or something, like soft felt, and put it on the top of the shelves there. So there's for these two middle shelves for the canning jars, or I might just paint it. I might just paint it all. But I've got plastic out in the shed so that when I go to paint it, I can put the plastic down so it doesn't get on my carpet, just so you know. And yes, I thought about painting all this before I put it together, but I did not know how much wood I would use. And today is a nasty day out, so if I had done all that, this would have been held up another week at minimum. So this just worked easier for me. And I tried to do the wide angle, to turn the phone sideways and do the wide angle, but that doesn't work on my phone very well because it comes out, when you go to watch it, it comes out sideways. And nobody wants to look at a video sideways. So, as you can see, I used up all my scrap wood as joist. I mean, I put 3 to 6 under each shelf. So, I mean, it'll hold some weight there, But I cut this one too short. So, and I got scrap left there, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. It might just end up in the compost pile. I don't know at this point. But it's probably going to be another week or two before I get this finished because, I've got to get my seeds started, and of course I've got laundry to do, as you can see. And yeah, I got my garden beds and everything that I got to clean out and get ready for harvest season. Got planting to do. And speaking of which, I hope everybody's bought their seeds. Okay, I hope everybody's bought their seeds. And I just wanted to let everybody know that you can do this. I mean, I'm not anybody special. You can do this. I did not have a plan on this. What I did was I kind of looked at some things online, and I saw where, when they're building houses, they put these joists in underneath to hold the weight. So I says, okay, that makes sense. So that's why I put joist under it, okay? And then I looked at other things. It says, okay, make sure that, for good solid foundation, you want it screwed in with long screws. So all these screws that are screwed on the 2x4s that are sticking up right now, those are all screwed in with 4-inch galvanized screws. It's not going anywhere, Okay. Now, total weight on this, I can tell you it probably weighs about 500 pounds. All right. It's not going to tip over. I've already tried pulling on it and everything. It's not tipping over. I was going to tie it into the studs on the wall, but with the molding that I have, you see the little molding there that I have, I couldn't get it flush up against the wall, and I didn't want to pull the molding off. So, yeah, we're not doing that. Okay. And so it's a good 2x4 away from the wall. So we're not tying it into the studs, obviously, and I couldn't find the studs. So who knows? As cheap as they built this house, they might have not put studs in it on the wall. I mean, you never know. Okay. That being said, you can do this. You don't really need to be perfect. I mean, I took my dad's very old, I mean, this is antique level, you know, and as you can see, it still has the bubble. You see the bubble? Let me see if I can, there's the bubble, okay? And I leveled this out, okay? Not perfect. I mean, kind of slopes here and there, but as you can see in the video, I mean, you can see that there's a little bit of a differentiation between each end, but not enough to where you could put a ball on it and it'll roll. That's not going to happen. Okay, so you can do this. I mean, anybody can do this. You just need to be kind of consistent with how you do it. Now, what I did was, y'all gonna laugh now, but on this shelf right here that I just put in, I took a can of the Nido dehydrated milk. It's like a number 10 can, and a couple of those scrap pieces of 2x4 and put it on top of the can to hold that 8-foot long 2x4 in place while I screwed it in on either end. Okay? So if somebody tells you you can't build this yourself, you can do it. You can be ingenuity. Okay? All it takes is a little bit of ingenuity and you know, double check to make sure that that it's level. I mean, yeah, you'll need level. Either take a soda can and lay it on its side and see if it'll roll either way, or, you know, to make sure, try and get it perfectly level, or take a bottle of water, you know, that's only got half full and see if the water is straight. That's a easy trick there, okay, and do it that way. But I did all this. I did every bit of this. No one gave me a hand. No one helped me carry the wood in. No one helped me cut the wood. You know, I used, of all things, I'm going to show you. I used this. This is my circular saw. My drill. That's it. Okay? And a T-square. You see the T-square? Okay? That's all I used. Right there. Okay? Like I said, if I can do it, you can do it, because I am not a carpenter. And that being said, I enjoyed the hell out of doing this, because, you know, I was constantly telling myself, well, I probably wasted $200 on this wood. I'm probably going to mess it up. I mean, you know how it is. I mean, you always think, oh, yeah, this is a guy's job. You know, this is not, I don't know how to do this. Why am I doing this? You know what? I did it. You can do it. And I'll put up a video once I get it all painted and put some kind of backing on it, because right now there's a gap of about like this. There's a gap behind it. So that's wide enough that I could lose a jar off the back end. So we don't want to do that. So we got to put something back there to keep the jars from sliding off the back end. And so we're not going to move anything on it yet because, you know, I got to move the scrap wood out of the way, and I've got to paint it, and I got to figure out something to put to hold the jars in. But once I do all that, give me a couple weeks, and then I'll post a video then of the finished product. So I'm not going to add any more shelving, okay? I'm just going to leave it like this is, but I might put a 2x4 across on the top just to hold stuff in, you know, and hold it, give it better strength and stability. So I might put another two 8-foot 2x4s on the top. I might not. I might just leave it just the way it is right there, you know? And yeah, we done. Except for painting and putting a backing on. And that we can figure out. I mean, we can figure that out. No problem. And with that, I'm going to let y'all go because I want to go drink my coffee now. It's Sunday. Y'all enjoy the Super Bowl today. Peace.